What's up? What's going on? Hide and read. It's our independently monthly review. This month is Thomas McNulty, Trail of the Burn Man. There's the man himself. Not the burned one, but the author, Thomas McNulty. He's got a great YouTube, booktube channel. Go check it out. One of the best backlogs, I think, in all of booktube. And if you're an aspiring writer or you're currently writing, uh, he's got lots of great tips, and I think his taste in reading is a lot of fun, especially for men. So, and ladies too. Last month, just real quick, uh, we reviewed Headhunters by Luis Paredes. Awesome book. Go check out the review. Not just mine, you could check out Bad Taste Books, and a few other booktubers have reviewed the book as well. Uh, the author was kind enough to send me this copy of the book. If you have a independent book that you published, I'm more than willing to read it, and if I don't like it, I won't review it on the channel, and I'll let you know what I didn't like about it in a constructive manner. So it's a safe space for independent authors. All right, check out this cover art. Let's get to this first. uh, Tom was really smart. He bought these a bunch of paintings by this illustrator when the estate, I guess, was selling the copyrights. Yeah, and you could read a little bit about the history of it in the back of the book. There's a bit of a blurb. I just thought that was really intelligent of him, and also just as like a fan of westerns, I think that's really admirable for him to do that. Uh, yeah, and if you're, I know a lot of you are a fan of painted covers, so that's a cool way to do it. Some food for thought. All right, let's get right into it. Trail of the Burn Man, definitely hyper violent western where the bad guys are really bad, just terrible. They're ugly, they're smelly, and there's really nothing admirable about the bad guys. You just are not gonna like them. Um, the good guys they're good guys. They're not knights in shining armor. They're actually kind of just like everyday individuals that rise to the occasion. But the bad guys are so bad that I think they make the good guys, yeah, a little bit, makes it a little bit easier for them to be likable. That's how bad these characters are, and he's really not. There's really no apologies when it comes to that. They, like I said, they stink. They have just terrible morals. You're not gonna like them at all. They're just disgusting, and yeah, you're not gonna like them. So I guess let's just get into a bit of a synopsis. The main character, Rafe, he's coming into a new town, and he has a bunch of money saved from his previous employment, but he has a bit of a bad reputation, and because it's the West, your reputation follows you. There's not too many people out there, and when there's some sort of notable story about you, you gain notoriety. And so, from his previous employer, um, Rafe has like a letter of good standing, basically saying that this is a good man. He got in a bad situation, and he's trying to make something of himself, and he would be a good member for your community. And he was instructed to go out and meet the marshal of this town and introduce himself, and perhaps find some employment. So that's what he does, and it does not go very smoothly. Um, yeah, I won't spoil anything. You'll know this just by reading the back of the book. He arrives in town and goes into a saloon, and it's just filled with these bad characters I previously mentioned, and they're all drunk and gambling, and they start a fight with him, and it's the leader, and he points a gun at at a innocent civilian, basically, and Rafe doesn't take too kindly to this, and it ends with our main character, Rafe, smashing an oil lamp over his head and just completely burning him. Like his whole face is just torn up, and he's not very apologetic about it. And yeah, when the bad guys are that bad, do you need to apologize? Not really. You're gonna find out how bad these guys are. They have other things in mind other than just uh, gambling and drinking in the saloon. They have something up their sleeve, and all that comes to fruition, and they run off to the wilderness basically, but they leave a trail behind them because they want the posse to follow them, because this the leader of this bandit group, he wants revenge. He wants revenge on Rafe for disfiguring him, and he has some bad intentions in mind, and they do even more terrible things along the way. So like I said, you're really not going to like these bad guys. It's pretty black and white. If you were interested in the gunsmith review that I did, and those sound fun to you, but you don't like the idea of kind of like the romance. It's not romance. It's kind of lewd chapters. Yeah, this would be a good alternative. There's a lot of gore, there's a lot of violence, and honestly, when I was reading it, it was kind of on the verge of horror, like almost horror genre. How, yeah, just the graphic violence and just the like degraded nature of these criminals, and I really enjoyed it. In my opinion, it read kind of like a love letter to the older westerns, like the dime westerns, but in yeah, like a neo style, so like a neo dime western. And I'm definitely gonna be reading more from Thomas McNulty. I really enjoyed this book. I have one other one, Under the Lonesome Sky, but I didn't realize that it's a reoccurring character in this book. So I'm gonna go back and get some of the previous ones, because this was just so awesome to read. I'll be reading those books, but not putting them on the independent review for the month. I'll just be reading them and reviewing them. It's that good. Like I'm really impressed, and yeah, just kind of like knowing Tom through his videos, and it just added another dimension to it. And I highly, highly suggest that you guys check out Thomas McNulty's Trail of the Burned Man. Go ahead and make that your first one. Seems like a popular choice. And yeah, until next time, find somewhere to hide. Find something to read. Peace.